Today, we are here to talk about all the games coming to Switch 2 in 2026.
That's this year.
I got a tongue twister already. But are there enough games that are system sellers?
It's a good question because
Right?
if you just look on paper, say, wow, that's
a lot.
a lot of games.
Volume.
That's good, they're covered. But then you look a little bit closer, it's like, well, if you don't already have a system, is this enough to entice you to get one if you're already sitting out 2025? I don't know. Worth a look.
Worth a look. And especially after the holiday, people may be thinking like, I didn't pick one up this holiday. There's got to be something that's going to push me over the edge.
Exactly.
And do they have those games in the near future? We don't know. Let's take a look-see at that.
Yes. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers for making 2025 our best year ever. And boy, was it.
Oh my goodness, you guys. You turned up.
Please look out for our big video coming at the start of next week. Pencil it in. It's coming. We're going to tell you about all the changes coming for 2026. It's going to be exciting.
We're very
Especially exciting if you're a Patreon subscriber.
I was just going to say, this year is our year of giving back to our Patreon community who has supported us for 4 years now, which is an incredible thing to think about. When we started this,
We're not there yet.
We're almost
Still
there.
time for it to fall apart.
Still time for it to fall apart.
Still time.
When we were just starting out, it was such a different thing. Like, we didn't know how long this was going to last. We were like doing it out of my mom's spare bedroom. And because of our amazing Patreon community, look how
we didn't know our heads from our...
Oh. I mean, I know that.
We do now. Figured that out.
Figure that out in 4 years.
Yes.
Good for us.
I was very excited this morning. I told you because I got an exciting email.
I know.
That my analog 3D has shipped.
Wow.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's on the way.
And
it's so crazy that you were able to snag one.
I know.
You got lucky.
I don't know if I just did it at the right time, or did they
so.
make more of these, or maybe there's less interest. I don't know, but it was one of those post-Christmas whims where it's like, oh, I didn't get this. I was vaguely curious about it. Why not? Let's check this out. Let's
Buy
get this.
Buy yourself a Christmas present.
So I did, and I figured I was like, well, who knows? And then I think it was like, it was shipping now.
That's amazing because sometimes you have to wait a long time for the. I got you the Analog Pocket one year. And that was also one of those like dicey situations where they had like gone out of stock and then it came back into stock. But it's like, this is like the first run. It's going to take this long. But we're really excited. You're going to bring that into the office so we can like play with it.
That's going to be our vlog for January where we're going to unbox it. We're going to check it out. We're going to put it through its paces. We're going to go shopping, get some new games for it.
Yes.
This thing has a feature that I'm excited about. It can basically overclock the Nintendo 64. So this is a system that only plays Nintendo 64 if you didn't know, and it's kind of trying to very accurately recreate the specs of that. Cool. But more so than some other analog products, it does let you kind of tinker with things a little bit more. So it's still emulating the CPU and whatever the graphics was, but you can overclock it. So I have seen some examples of games that had really iffy frame rates are much better now when you play it on this.
That's amazing.
So it's like, okay,
modern
that sounds
technology has done a thing.
And I've been watching some videos on that. I was getting excited, but I was also like, man, we really put up with a lot in the Nintendo 64 era because they're like, well, here's stock GoldenEye running on your Nintendo 64, and it's now at 14 frames per second.
Oh my God.
And it's like, what?
How did you even play
We all thought this was the best game ever.
14
and now it's like,
frames
if it's not 60 frames per second, I refuse to play it.
I know. This is the back of my day. I walked 15 miles to school in the snow.
I played GoldenEye on a 13-inch TV, split screen 4 ways at 14 frames per second.
This is the real gamers here. Real gamers. If
That's
you can
right.
play a shooter at 14 frames per second.
That's love of the game, son.
That is.
That's what it is.
These kids don't know. They don't know Fortnite, whatever.
No, but I'm very excited. So you can plug in just your original controllers for that.
Oh, perfect.
But they do also have 8-bit do.
The 8-bit do.
Not 8-bit do.
Yes.
They made a special controller for this that I'm thinking about getting.
Okay, what's the difference?
it's wireless, first of all, which is good because I'm like, oh, if I set this up at home,
Like the living room
I need to
couch
get
is
a
far
tape
away from
measure.
the
Like,
thing.
is this going to fit? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it does kind of rethink the layout of know the original had that weird 3-prong thing.
Right.
This is just like a standard
It's a
controller.
normal controller.
There's no right analog stick, but it's got the stick on the left with the very like clicky gate that the original one had, and then all of that, the funky button layout on the right. So I'm like, I'll get this. I'll try it.
Play it for a while.
I'll try it with the regular controller and see if I want this other thing, and maybe I'll get that then.
Wow. Yeah. What games are you thinking about picking up for it? Do you have a list in your head? Do you want to save it for the vlog?
Well, one that I got over the break was Jet Force Gemini, which is a game I've tried to get into a number of times, and it just hasn't clicked. I am curious to see if that one gets any sort of a boost. I just think any of the, like, I'm at a point where it's like, I should just get these rare Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah,
those
there's
are the
not that
games
many
that
to
really
begin with.
defined what this was about. But there are some games that I really do want to try that overclocking and just see the difference.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do some wrestling with me. Some WCW?
Let's do it.
You want to do that? Good.
We have a few Nintendo 64 games that we picked up before as well. We have Donkey Kong 64.
Glover. Forget Donkey Kong.
We have Glover.
Donkey Kong 64.
We have Glover.
We've got the Glover.
I have Pokemon Snap that I got when I was in Singapore.
Oh,
randomly.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I wanted it for my Pikachu N64 as a matching set.
Okay, sure. Let's check it out.
So I have that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some stuff.
It's going to be an exciting vlog.
It's going to be exciting.
Yes. Last week, we shared that our spoiler cast for this month is going to be on the 2023 Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yes.
And we're here to tell you today that there's actually more than just that coming in that package. So we're also going to do a movie watch-along.
So exciting.
Which is a fun thing to do. We've done it a couple times. We did it for
Sonic.
The Sonic. Yes. How could I forget?
That movie was so good.
The first Sonic movie, and then we did it for
the original Super Mario.
Classic.
Yes.
Bob Hoskins, may he rest in peace.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins.
Mario Brothers movie. From the 90s.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to do another one for this. It's all going to be included when you pick those up off of Patreon.
Or if you're subscribed at our notification squad, you'll just get both things.
However way, you'll just get it all.
Yeah.
So
we're
exciting.
getting nice and ready. Warm up marketing ourselves for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. How exciting.
That's right.
How exciting.
Fun stuff away.
Yes.
It's a new year and it's a new podcast. I'm going to say before we dig into this one, we have kind of reshuffled some of the segments, the ways that we get through stuff through this podcast. So if you're listening, you think, hey, that sounds a little bit different. It's because it does.
It is.
Just trying to keep this a new year. Just trying to keep things fresh.
Keep
you all on your toes.
Yeah, we are not precious about the way that we make things and do things around here. That is something Nintendo does that we're the opposite of. And yeah, we just wanted to change it up a bit, keep it feeling a little bit different. We don't want it to get stale and then have to make a change.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Then you have to make a big change.
Do the changes before the staleness happens.
Yes.
So that's
let us know what you think.
Yes, let us know.
Let's start by shouting out our great sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Factor. New year, big goals, no time to cook. Factor makes it easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs, so you can eat well without the shopping or the cooking.
I have a confession to make, and that is that I overate.
You're fat now.
And I'm fat. No, it's true. It's
you told me, so it's okay for me to say it.
It's okay, yes. It's totally okay. It's totally true. I overindulged over the holidays.
It's okay, I am too.
Right? And there's this great meme that's the days between Christmas and New Year's, I'm full of cheese and I don't know what day it is. That was literally me. I was just filled with cheese on my couch. But we are past that now. It is now past January 5th. Time to lock in, as they say, on your health. And I am getting back to my normal routine of more balanced meals, which is exactly what I need right now, which is why Factor is so great, because they make it so easy for you to get all your lean proteins, all your veggies, all your healthy fats. I need to stop eating all the cookies.
Some food structure in your life is what is needed.
I need to get rid of the refined sugars and the artificial sweeteners and all that stuff, because I've been eating too much of that. So I'm so happy to have Factor this month to help me get through and get back into the right healthy eating.
Yeah, that's what's perfect. It's like, all right, here's the serving. It is what it is. It tastes great. You're happy to eat it, and it comes together fast. So it's like everybody else. Like we're getting back into the routine.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my gosh, where did the time go? Don't worry about it. You got this factor meal. It's not
so nice.
Not frozen either.
No frozen. Not 2 minutes ready. No prep. No stress.
Yes.
Very easy.
So head to factormeals.com/Kit and Krysta 50 off. Oh yes, I'm so excited. And use code Kit and Krysta 50 off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor.
We will put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan and also in the description below.
We're getting started today with the news. Yes, that's right. You heard it here, the news.
I'm going to sing this song for the first time in like 3 years.
There was this Zelda interview that happened over the break that in Japan. This was through 4Gamer that just keeps kind of picking up steam as people get
What's the deal?
More little tidbits out of it.
What's the deal with these Japanese devs doing these interviews during like Christmas Day? On like Christmas Day, they did this Metroid. At least this time we know who the developers are. That's exciting. But yeah, they keep doing these. It's like, stop it. Do it at a better time, please.
It's at a point where I feel like when Nintendo does one of these, like they kind of need to do an official translation on their own because you are leaving a lot to chance for people
to put it through some sort of AI
right.
whatever.
Like I think it was I think it was Nintendo Everything that did one of the first translations that a lot of people are going off of.
Yeah.
But if you're Nintendo and you're doing a big interview with people like Aonuma and Fujibayashi, I'd just be a little bit nervous about people misinterpreting or mistranslating something. Like just be like, oh yeah, here it is in English. You just throw it on some website somewhere.
I bet you anything that they didn't that the Nintendo America team didn't even know about.
And it would just be like, hey, 4Gamer, here it is in English. Just have a link to this too.
I bet you anything.
Probably.
I'm telling you.
Tell them after the fact.
They told them after the fact. Both of these. They're like they were caught like unaware. They're like, oh wait, what? You're doing an interview? You didn't tell us.
Right.
That's totally what happened. Anyways.
So the interview is about Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment, a game that you continue to sour on by the day.
It's just such a disappointing experience for me. Oh. And yesterday we had a great discussion in our Discord where we were all kind of feeling it with this game. And yeah, it's interesting that they did this interview because they seem to, be really into it, but whatever.
They talk a lot about kind of the origins of this game and how it came to be and how the two united and agreed that they should do it. Here's a quote from Mr. Hayashi from Koei Tecmo. We all eagerly awaited the release of Tears of the Kingdom. I personally played the weekend immediately following its release. I felt like the game was sending us a message of something like make a Warriors game set in the time of the Imprisoning War. After the weekend, I spoke to Mr. Matsushita saying, let's make it, and we drew up a plan. And then Mr. Aonuma says, after they finished the game, or when they were working on the game, Mr. Fujibayashi established in detail exactly what the Prisoning War was. And after it was finished, he said to me, maybe we could ask Koei Tecmo this time too. But I responded with, no, let's wait to hear from Koei Tecmo first. It was almost immediately after that they contacted us.
So they all had the same thought.
Everybody had the same idea.
Everybody had the same idea. I mean, it was very mysterious, the Imprisoning War, the way that it was positioned in Tears of the Kingdom. You didn't really get a lot of background on it. So I think it makes sense. It was definitely ripe for them to do some other kind of spin-off about that. Too bad in that game you just didn't get that many details either.
Yeah.
So.
One of the more recent quotes that's getting a lot of discussion and traction is this point that there were details that Nintendo knew about the story but opted to not actually put
into Tears of the Kingdom.
The game.
Yeah.
So here's what Mr. Fujibayashi had to say about this. If we had shown the sages' personalities and faces, the story would have naturally grown too much. That's why I'm truly happy that the sages have been more carefully picked upon here in the Imprisoning War. And I think some people are a little bit grumpy that's like, well, if you knew all of this and you had this all ready to go, like, why didn't you put it in the game? I think his point is, like, then then you end up with like a Metal Gear size like cutscene where it's just too much of the game is focused on the story versus the aspect of playing that they wanted. How do you feel about this?
I just think it's very clunky, and it's also like antiquated the way that they look at story and the way you tell a story and the way you can tell a story. It's like from my perspective, it's like there's not just the one option to tell a story. it's not just the only option to tell a story is a 15-minute cutscene. You know, there's other ways for you to do this. Like, find a way, if you already knew and you had this lore and you had this world building that is important for this universe ready to go, find a way to tell that story balanced with the gameplay. It just didn't seem like they wanted to do that work, or it was less important to them than the gameplay itself, which makes sense given that they are Nintendo, but it just feels very antiquated to me in general.
That's fair. And then the big quote that's getting everybody excited is that Mr. Aonuma is kind of teasing the future of Zelda. So I'll just read the quote and we can talk about what it means because it's a bit on the vague side. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity will be the first Zelda-related title on the Nintendo Switch 2. We actually wanted to be the ones to release the first one ourselves. However, the inspiration we've gained from this collaboration with Koei Tecmo might be reflected in the Zelda games we create in the future. While you're playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, please keep that in mind and look forward to our future Zelda titles. As always, please look forward to it.
Why is it Age of Calamity? Isn't it Age of Imprisonment?
I think we've just found an issue with this translation.
This is so confusing.
Yes.
This is the problem where you don't put
This is what I'm talking about.
This is the problem. It's like if you want to control the way the people are interpreting the messaging and you want to control that as Nintendo, you got to do some work on this.
Yeah.
This is, you don't even
Process check.
You don't even have the
year.
name of the game right.
Process check.
That's just sloppy. You know what I mean?
Love a good process.
It's sloppy. So I'm guessing he means Age of Imprisonment.
Yes.
So let's just start there. I mean, it's hard to say from this very vague quote what parts of the Hyrule Warriors games he is referring to as potential inspiration. Hard to say. So it's hard to make a judgment call on like whether or not, you know, the next Zelda game would be good or bad or heading in the right direction, I guess, is my takeaway from this.
Next Zelda game going to be garbage, confirmed, based on this throwaway
No, I'm just,
vague
that's what
sentence?
I'm saying. You don't know that.
I have a different interpretation of this, and it has actually nothing to do with the game content of Age of Imprisonment. I think it has to do with their relationship with Koei Tecmo and the collaborative process that they had working with them, because whatever the next Zelda game is, it's going to be big. It's going to be a big effort. They're going to need to bring in, you know, Monolith Soft's going to be back. They're going to give them some help. There's probably other studios. Who know? Oh, Bandai Namco, you're helping with this. Oh, Koei Tecmo, you're helping with, you're doing this piece. I think whatever they unlocked in terms of the back and forth collaboration with these other studios, that's my takeaway. Is like, this worked great. This gave us a bigger creative vision than we would have had on our own. That's kind of the thrust of this interview is like, oh, working together, we were able to make it better than if it was just one side or the other. That's my takeaway here.
Also, I think another takeaway is that if they're going to build another huge 3D Zelda experience, they were able to extend that life by working with Koei Tecmo on these spin-off games, whether it's Age of Imprisonment or Age of Calamity. Like, you built this whole universe, you know, you can eke 2 mainline games out of it, but then you can do some other side projects in the same style, with the same engine, in the same world as well, because you want to do that. You want to extend the life of these games as long as possible. It's going to take you forever to develop. So that might be part of it too, is that like in the future, they're going to do the same kind of structure where they build the kind of foundation of the next 3D mainline Zelda game, and they have these like kind of spin-off things to help keep the project alive, keep the game alive for years after its release. Yeah. So that could be it as well.
I'm sure there were people groaning at Nintendo when they saw this show up at the end of this interview. It was like, oh gosh, we told him to just focus it on this. He's a disciple of Miyamoto. He loves to tease, though. He's got a tease.
He doesn't care. He's like happy.
I'll say what I want.
I say what I want. I'm Aonuma. I don't care. He should say what he wants. Do it.
Yeah, but like these guys get so much prep of like, and the outlets get so much. Don't you dare ask about
the next Zelda
These
thing.
are the parameters. These are the questions that we will answer. And then like out of the blue, he's like, oh yeah, let me tell you, I got one more thing to say.
Literally,
Here it comes.
That PR guy. We like know that guy. He's like sitting in the corner, like, dang it. It happened.
Why? And he just can't help himself.
He can't help himself.
Gets excited.
It is. You're like having a conversation about something you're super passionate about. Of course you're going to get excited.
These days, though, like I feel like there's never been less incentive to do a tease like this because like the ways that I've seen people interpret this of like, how did you arrive at that?
I mean, it was literally every headline was a misinterpretation of that thing.
Right.
It was like either an over-dramatized version of what that singular quote was or a complete misinterpretation of it.
Right. And there is no answer. These are just our own informed speculations as well, but some of them feel more plausible than others.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. The games keep coming for this year. Toby Fox dropped one on us over the break as well. Sounds like Deltarune Chapter 5, in his words, is on track to release later this year.
That's very exciting.
That's extremely exciting. Yes.
Faster than what we had gotten from the last wait that we had.
After 1 and 2, it was kind of a long wait to 3 and 4.
Yes.
I got the sense that he kind of reworked his development flow, and now he's got more people working with him. So seems like that has streamlined a lot of things.
Yeah.
He did share this excerpt from the translation sheet from the script, which a very interesting thing to look at closely. Interesting thing to actually get a look at. Like it makes zero sense to me. Somebody who doesn't work in localization. What do you make when you look at this?
I mean, I think it's a clever way to do a tease because there's so many people that took this translation sheet, took all of the different quotes and lines in here, and basically was like, he spoiled the game.
I mean, Deltarune fans went buck wild seeing this.
He knows his audience so well because he does these like newsletters or whatever, and
the shadow crystals. Oh my god!
I know people went crazy, and some people complained. They were like, Toby Fox just spoiled this for me.
Let's all take a deep breath.
It's like
it's gonna be okay.
I think that it's gonna be all right. Green apple shampoo. I think it's gonna be all right. I just think it's gonna be okay. I'm excited. Yes. I cannot interpret this, so I'm not spoiled or mad. And I'm very excited to play Chapter 5 of Deltarune.
Yes. So we're going to talk about some more potential games that are coming. But as we go, they get deeper and deeper into the rumor zone. Although, last week we talked about Monster Hunter Wilds coming to Switch 2, and since then there has been even more breadcrumbs suggesting. And somebody made like a mocked up version of like, here's like based on the specs of the Switch 2, here's what Monster Hunter Wilds would look like running on it.
And it was fine. It was good.
It looked fine. Yeah, it wasn't the best looking game I'd ever seen, but it totally worked and was solid. It was like, wow,
why not?
That's an interesting new way to do this.
The multiplayer though, how's that gonna work?
I don't know.
That sounds like it'd be really hard.
Will it run at 14 frames per second, split screen on a 13-inch Toshiba CRT TV?
Yes.
Sounds like it might be better than that.
Yes.
Greenlit. Good. Here's your budget. So this one is very mysterious. So Final Fantasy XIV was not on our list of games predicted. I think I predicted Final Fantasy 16. But let's not forget about Final Fantasy 14, which is...
So this is the MMO.
This is the MMO.
Yes.
Yes. And I guess at the end of the year, Yoshi P, who's the producer from Square Enix, did like a live chat with fans.
Like an AMA?
But it was like literally like in person.
Oh.
I think it was like verbal. And
interesting.
Apparently the thing that he said, he got a question was, will a Switch version release? And apparently there's very little like actual record of this. Like, the paper trail of this like doesn't exist. But apparently he said, as for the Switch, please wait while looking forward to it. Again, more looking forward. Wait and look forward to it.
Well, then it's coming.
If he actually said this, though. Because I tried to chase this down. I was like, wait, where's the source for this? Where's the original, whatever? And
due diligence.
I did not get far. I was like, there's kind of nothing. So this is just like maybe on a wing and a prayer. I don't know.
This is just like when poor Mr. Hori would get quoted at those silly panel events about the Chrono
Trigger.
Square
Enix developer.
Another rumor mill. Spin the rumor mill.
Just don't do this. Although Square Enix, like I don't know.
They're out there.
They were the kings of like the producer needed to convince some higher up who it's like, oh, if enough fans are vocal, maybe we can do it. You know, it's like he's like, I want to do it, but like the guy who's my boss like won't approve the project or something. So he's like, well, you need to prove that you can.
There's an audience for this and such and
I need to prove that I can balance this P&L sheet and blah blah blah.
Oh, the P&L.
They used to do that stuff all the time.
They did. They were like notorious.
Right,
for
and
that.
it seems like they're a bit more even-headed about this, and they don't have to do this begging. But that's what this reminded me of.
Yeah, it's true. It's like we gotta prove viability before we
Right.
can like bring it to another platform.
Right.
or
So this
something
one's
like
a
that.
bit. I mean, I would not
Dubious.
be. I wouldn't be surprised if
But
that
it's
game
dubious.
came. It seems like they probably should.
Yeah.
But as far as like,
Would that be the first like true MMO on a Switch 2? Is there any
Maybe.
other MMO on a Switch
Not at this
at
point.
all?
Not at this point.
That's big.
I'm still waiting for True Fantasy Online on my original Xbox. I was really hyped for that back in 2000.
That ship may have sailed.
2004 or whatever.
It's been like
I'm holding a
22
candle.
years.
I'm holding a candle for True Fantasy.
But
Online.
right? Would that be a big deal? If it's the first MMO on a Switch on a Nintendo platform?
I mean, this game feels like it peaked a couple. Remember when we started this channel? It was like,
Yeah.
oh, we should play Final Fantasy 14.
And then we were like, we
that
never
felt
got
like,
around to
felt
it.
like that was really like the peak of this game, and there's still a lot of people playing.
But just the thought of having an MMO.
Does anybody care?
I don't know. I'm
I don't
wondering.
know.
I think it might be a big deal.
All right.
Okay.
Alert the New York Times. We have an MMO.
Alert the press.
Wow. This next one, all right, well, maybe this one actually has a bit more going for it than the Final Fantasy 14 one. But still very much in the rumor phase, so don't get the wrong ideas.
Mm-hmm.
According to VGC and One Up Club subscriber Andy Robinson of ours on Patreon,
That's credible.
there may be a new expansion for 2015's The Witcher 3 coming later this year. And there's a number of people who have been talking about this. There's this Polish games insider, Boris Nielzbiak, who I guess has a good track record on things happening in the Europe game development scene.
Okay.
He got a lot of details. He said, yeah, it's happening. It's in development at Fool's Theory, which is the same studio that's already working with CD Projekt Red on the remake of The Witcher 1, which is a confirmed project.
That's confirmed, yes.
That's already happening. And Eurogamer spoke with this person, said that it's been verified by many independent sources.
Okay.
Seems to be a little bit of heat on this, but that's a curious thing to do. It's like this game is 10 years old. They do have The Witcher 4 coming.
Incoming, yep.
What do you make of this?
I mean, this makes sense to me because it's kind of like when, Metroid 4 was coming, Nintendo released 1 remastered. It's like you might as well get people back into Witcher somehow, And yes, they're going to be remaking Witcher 1, and then maybe there's additional Witcher content to get you like ready and excited about 4, which that's like a marketing strategy that is very like tried and true. So
yeah, I mean, I would want
sense to
this
me.
to be more than just a marketing effort. Like I would want it to have some good substance.
I'm sure it will.
From a game standpoint. My mind also did go to Metroid Prime Remastered and Prime 4. And our theory on that was like, hey, we need this team to get some reps of making this game because it's been a while and we got a lot of new people. In this case, if it's made by a different studio, though, Fool's Theory is not making The Witcher 4.
That's true.
So it kind of throws some water on that. But in terms of it being 10 years and getting people back into The Witcher, like the TV show is kind of like wrapping up now.
And it wasn't as good.
That also like had a very fast.
Out.
That also had a really quick peak, and left once. Who's the muscle guy? Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill,
once he
the
left,
hottest man ever.
The excitement really.
The excitement really died.
Went away.
I can't believe he left to go play Superman, which was a bad movie.
Was that what he did? And then he got fired from Superman?
Yes.
Man.
Isn't that so rough?
Oh well. Back to building
Back to
PCs half naked on his floor.
Perfect. That's what you're meant to
Make
do.
that a movie.
Meant to do. Just make that like a 24-hour live stream.
Can this be this new Witcher expansion? Henry Cavill builds PCs half naked on the floor?
No, in the bathtub.
In the wig?
In the bathtub.
While wearing the wig and doing the voice.
Building a PC in the bathtub would be really hard.
In the bathtub? Yeah.
Like electrocute yourself.
Not for everybody. I'm excited about this because it would give them more reason to do a Switch 2 edition or an upgrade of The Witcher 3, which
you played on Switch
shockingly
I know, I didn't
is
play
a game that you have never played in any way.
I know.
I think you should play this
Would
game
I like
this
this
year.
game? Yes.
Yes, you
It's
really,
so my
you
game.
would really like this game.
I know.
You would love this game,
know, I
actually.
should play this
It's
game.
pretty long, but it's extremely good, and this would be a great reason.
Well, can they bring it to
keep
Switch
doing-
2 then?
I mean, there's a lot of ways to play. You don't have to wait for this. Like, if you want to play it on your PS5, like I think they did a big like next gen, like they did with Cyberpunk. They did a big next gen update, so it doesn't look like a 2015 game. It's constantly on sale for like $5.
Okay.
Like I think
Do I need to play 1 and 2 before I play 3?
no.
Okay.
I played a little bit of 2, and 2 is a very different kind of game from The Witcher 3. Like the scope of it is not as massive.
3 is like an RPG, right?
It's an open world. It's like an open world action RPG.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it gonna happen?
I want to play.
Is this the year?
It looks fun.
I think you should.
I think I would really
Again,
like
I
it.
played the whole game on a base Switch.
You did.
And it was.
You were into it.
I was really into it.
I watched the TV show.
Good for you.
I did not play the game though, but I really liked the TV show.
Good for
At least
you.
the first couple of seasons.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna sprinkle in some Patreon Q&As in
That's
between
right.
these segments before we move on. So let's take a question from that Connor guy. Hey, Kit and Krysta, I realized that you can't pre-order Nintendo games coming out this year, like Fortune's Weave or Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, at any retailer. This is in stark contrast to a few years ago where you could pre-order games several years in advance, Prime 4 as an example. Is this a change from Nintendo or retailers? Why can't I pre-order Yoshi and the Mysterious Book?
Really want Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
We should say we're pouring one out for our local GameStop where we recorded our Switch 2 midnight launch, our Pokemon ZA
They're closing
midnight
it.
launch.
They're closing the
They are
store.
closing it like immediately. I got an email. It's like effective tomorrow. The store is closed. Like,
Well, they're closing a bunch of stores.
a lot, yes.
Yeah, they're going
But that
like
one,
all
that one in
online.
particular. So now we need to find the next one for us to go to these things.
Let's
I
see
think
if there is-
I think you're to blame though. You started a mini riot outside of that
Well,
store.
that person was a bad manager.
He's now unemployed, but okay.
Maybe he got relocated to a different store.
Okay, yes, that's the positive way to look at it. Yes.
To be bad there.
Okay.
He should not be rewarded.
So anyway, this question.
He shouldn't be rewarded for his incompetency.
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, though. Why can't we
People
pre-order
want it.
this?
People want it.
Why can't we?
Well, before, it was that you needed a launch date to be able to pre-order a game.
If you could pre-order Prime 4,
I was confused by that because
Let her
that
rip.
used to not be the case.
let the good times roll. Just
Before,
put the money down.
it's like you needed to have it announced and have a
Yeah, we'll
launch
take
date.
your $5. Sure.
Your launch date.
Straight into crypto, that $5. That's what GameStop did with it.
No, they went to buy snacks at a Costco to resell to you at a midnight launch event via Venmo.
Yes.
That's what they did with your
Straight
$5.
into Logan Paul's Dink Doink meme coin.
I don't know. I think this must be a retail thing. It doesn't have anything to do with Nintendo. As soon as Nintendo announces something, what? What now?
I think now I have a different take. I think they are using this strategically of like, no, this is actually now a marketing beat for us as well. The moment that you can pre-order a game, that becomes another marketing beat for us versus like,
that is the boringest
the game
marketing
exists.
beat ever.
Look at these directs. Look at how many times they call out. And today you can pre-order Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. They haven't said that, but they are really pushing the pre-orders and they're trying to make that into its own moment. So it's like, yes, let's find the ideal point where people are excited and capitalize on the buy. And now you can do this.
It's so lame.
It's pretty lame, but I think that's what they're doing.
That's so lame. I'm
quite
sorry.
lame. It's quite lame.
That is like maybe the dumbest marketing thing I've ever heard because it's like you might as well just have people who want to pre-order it whenever. That just means that you don't have enough exciting things.
Retail marketing needs things to do too, Krysta.
That just means you don't have enough exciting things to get people, get people like.
How are you raising the bar in 2026,
to sustain
Krysta?
people.
I'm the VP of sales. I'd like to know what's your personal plan for raising the bar and raising the roof?
Oh, the roof.
Yes. How are you going to do it? How are we going to stay in the green? You got to stay out of the red and in the green.
The black. I thought it was the black.
Well, when we saw it, it was the green. Green was good and red was bad.
Yeah, but that's not usually how it's supposed to go. Anyways, yes, maybe that's why, but I think it's stupid.
You don't have a clue. Okay. Jemmy Omaima asks, I've been mulling over this one for a while. With how popular the biopic genre of films has been lately, do you think that in the next 10 or 15 years we might see one about Mr. Miyamoto or the creation of Mario? I saw a clip a bit ago circling around the internet of a BBC archive from 1990 about Nintendo. It was the first time cameras were allowed in their office, and the history of it all looked really interesting. On one hand, I think the history of Nintendo, especially when Mr. Miyamoto joined the company, and the story behind that would be really engaging adopted for the big screen. Along with seeing the development of the hardware and software from his point of view has a lot of potential, I think. However, I can see the opposite point of view as well. I doubt Mr. Miyamoto would be gunning for a film about himself and his life. Also, as Nintendo as a company may not be too keen on showing their not so squeaky clean history to the world and general audiences. I would love to know your perspective on this and whether you think there is any possibility of this happening.
I think the possibility is pretty low for something like this.
Yes.
Like, they are just not the type of company that really wants to show like how the sausage is made, and they don't really care to talk about their history. Like, every time we would bring up, should we do something looking back, doing a retrospective on some topic or whatever? The answer was always like, no, why would we do that? It's so stupid. Now they have that museum, though. They do have the Nintendo Museum, and that does show some historical aspects of the company.
Nintendo Pictures animated short, The Life of Miyamoto.
Oh, cute.
Never gonna happen.
Is he the baby?
No.
Wait, is he the baby? No, that baby's blonde.
No. He's not the baby.
It's like that Pixman had helped him since he was a baby,
Yeah.
and that's why he likes him so much. Anyway.
I mean, it would be a really interesting movie. I'm sure some movie studio has inquired about this
I'm sure
before.
many
Of like,
movie
oh, hey,
studios
let's do.
have
We're
inquired.
ready to cast Simu Liu as young Mr. Miyamoto.
Oh, hot.
We're ready to cast the guy. Who's the guy from that Inception meme? Let them fight. Who's that guy again?
Oh, I don't know, but yes, he's good
he'll
too.
He'll be
like middle-aged.
There's a lot of possibilities.
A lot of
there.
possibilities.
But yeah, I think Nintendo's not interested, but also like I don't think Miyamoto is interested either. And you could say like, well, at some point, God forbid, like when he's passed away, like then it becomes a different story. Like would the Miyamoto family want to do this? I think he was so tight with the company he would not. This was not something that he would want them to do. And you would need Nintendo's permission to go into a lot of those details anyway. So it's like it just
wouldn't work.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. It would be, if you did it without their permission or you did it with materials just kind of out there, it would be very like watered down version of it. It would be very like based on conjecture and rumors about his life, and that just would not be
right. It's a good point though. Like you do need like for these stories to be interesting, you need to show the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
So it's
and there were definitely highs and lows.
Who wants to show these low points? Nobody.
Yeah. Especially not Nintendo.
Right. So very interesting question though. Let's move on to the games we are playing, and we're going to start by talking about some games that we wrapped up over the break, and then segue into the new games that we're playing now.
Yes.
So you finally finished.
I finished.
After how many hours?
80 hours.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's not how long that game was supposed to take. What happened?
I was into it.
Okay.
I liked it. I almost did a lot of the. I mean, I didn't complete the game. There's a lot to do in that game, but I was like sucked into some of the side things, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed my time, in that world, and like I was saying before, it became sort of this like relaxing, cozy game almost for me because the stuff that you're doing, like combat-wise, is never that challenging. It's like, it's not like you're like really needed, like, oh yeah, I need to like really concentrate. It's not Elden Ring. It's not some like really challenging platforming game or whatever. You can very like casually go through the combat. And then a lot of it is just exploration. I spent so much time just like riding around on my horse, like sinking those eagle points and doing some of these fun side quests and things like that. And it just became very relaxing for me.
Good.
And I really liked it. So I did beat the game. I will say that like some of our early criticisms around like the storytelling and...
Well, I had a lot of criticism last week.
Yeah.
That were very late to come to me.
Yes. I from finishing the game, I would not say those criticisms or those kinds of small issues was resolved with the ending of the game. You know what I mean? Like, they did tie up some loose knots. They did give you a complete picture of like who Yasuke is and who Naoi is, which is fine. But yeah, I do still agree that like there were definitely some shortcomings with the way that they were telling that story, the way that you were like supposed to be motivated to continue on. Like if you weren't like into what I was doing, which was just riding around my horse and stinking ego points and like doing random quests, then if the only thing motivating you was the main story, I think that would have been an issue. Like that would not sustain somebody that's not interested in some of the other things, So
I don't want to get too deep into spoilers. Is there any like Animus modern day stuff at the end? None?
No.
Really?
I think there's something.
No Desmond reveal?
No, ew, no. Why are you such a Desmond fan?
I found this
You found this
official
stupid thing?
Ubisoft Desmond action figure, but super detailed. I was like, oh, I might need to get this.
No, you don't need to get.
Put it right on the set.
We can voodoo doll it. We
No.
can voodoo it.
Well, good. You can stop voodoo dolling me.
We can voodoo doll the Desmond.
He's
doll.
already gone. Jeez.
There is this thing that you can do that's Animus related, but I didn't complete those quests, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
But nothing story wise at the end.
No.
No. Okay.
There was no big reveal that I was like in
Yeah.
a like a cryogenic whatever like in a sensory deprivation
So now rate this amongst just any Assassin's Creed games that come to mind. It can just be like better or worse than.
Worse than Valhalla.
Worse than Valhalla.
Better than the one set in America with Connor.
3?
Yeah.
You said worse?
Better.
Oh, better. Yes. Thank goodness. Wow, that's not
obviously worse than the Ezio.
Why did your mind go there? That's a pretty random one.
Better.
Odyssey, the one in Greece.
On par with Odyssey.
Okay. Origins, Egypt?
On par with Origins.
On par.
Yeah.
Any of the peak Ezio ones?
Never.
Worse. Yeah. Those are very different kinds of games at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Worse than Syndicate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Syndicate a lot.
Yeah.
More than I think maybe I should.
So is this like an 8?
Mid-tier.
This is like an 8.5
Yeah,
out of 10?
it's like an 8.
Yeah. For me,
eight-ish.
after I was realizing it was.
Did you stop playing?
I did. It was closer to like a 7.5 for me, which is why I kind of slowed down.
Yeah. I would give it like an 8.
All right.
I think. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm totally fine.
But I don't know why. I just really liked doing that on my break. Like it was nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Good.
Pretty game.
Yes, it is.
And it's just like very relaxed. And then like every time the seasons change, they would give you that beautiful cutscene with like the birds and the chirping crickets or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something very like meditative about it almost, which is
Totally.
why I liked it during my break.
Yes.
But I think any other time where I didn't have enough time to spend, I would have dropped it. It was just right time, right place for me.
Do you have any new time or setting that you would like to wish cast into the next Assassin's Creed game?
Oh my gosh. Belle Epoque France would be interesting. Like the
Back to
Claire
France.
Obscura type of setting would be. I was just watching a TV show that was talking about the Belle Epoque era. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that would be cool. What else? Maybe like Ming Dynasty China would be kind of interesting. That would be.
I think they did a mobile game, or there was some side game that they did
one,
that was.
I would love to see like a normal.
This is not what
that
the setting
be really
probably
cool.
deserves.
You can do a lot of Imperial Palace.
I just need climbing. I just need climbing
intrigue
to come back. Oh yeah, that's
would
true.
Be concubines,
Yeah.
like the whole. That would be a fun.
Sure.
Who's actually out to like kill the emperor?
Yeah.
Like that would be very interesting. Yeah, I mean they have lots of options still.
Anything with climbing, that's my.
You want climbing. You want to climb tall buildings again.
I want climbing back. Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
I finished Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which I ended up really loving.
Nice.
And this probably would have been in my top 10 if I had been able to finish it during the year. But it does get quite challenging.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be too hard.
Near the end, but I did manage to gut it out. They do kind of up the, it's a 2D game. The presentation is nice, but they do make some of those like last stages feel like very like large scale and epic and exciting that I appreciated. I've seen some people saying like, well, this game is great, but it's very different from the classic Shinobi games, which I understand. Like those games felt more like almost like more like a shooter because you're just throwing these ninja stars like crazy. So it's like I don't know how you would really do that in this day and age. I think what they did here is a lot better.
Nintendo landed.
And It's kind of
with the touch screen.
That's kind of what you're doing. You're dollar billing these ninja stars.
Yeah, the ninja stars.
Yeah, so I think they've really like set this franchise up now, like in a really good place.
Yeah.
For whatever they
Seems to be like a very like kind of like a good balance between the older games and like a modern new direction.
Like if they wanted to do another one of these with the same team, like I would absolutely be down for that. This was so good.
Did you get to ride that dog anymore?
No, so
that's disappointing.
In between so they would cluster the main. There would be like 3 main levels and then one of these intermission
little
levels.
intermissions. Yeah.
So there was one where you're like, again, you're riding a missile or you're surfing or something. It was every one of those intermissions was some like fantastical kind of thing.
Yeah.
They were all better than that. That dog level was not good though, I gotta say.
I love the dog. I still have that dog keychain.
You do.
I love that dog.
Yeah.
I wish they did more of the dog. That's better. But it was not better.
Yeah.
Too bad.
So if they wanted to do another one of these, I'd love that. If they wanted to try and attempt something like this in 3D, I would say go for it.
Yeah.
You've kind of
3D.
now they've done on the PS2. They had some Shinobi games that were okay, not amazing. But if they wanted to, go
Give that a try.
whole hog and try that again, I'd say, all right, you got a foundation of something.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yeah. Okay.
You went straight from Assassin's Creed to Ghost of Yotei.
I don't know why I did this.
How did that?
Well, I played Despelote in between.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I was like, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or Ghost of Yotei? And I had thought to myself, do I want to go back to a game that's kind of... It's not the same game, obviously, but it's a little... There's some similarities.
Some things are very similar.
There's some definite similarities. And I was like, I do. I really do. And so I went back to Ghost of Yotei, and I got immediately sucked into it. Like, I gotta say, this is probably the most beautiful game I've ever played, like in my entire life.
So why didn't it win your best looking game last year?
Well, I didn't play enough of it, is my problem.
You played some of it.
I played 1 hour of it, which was not enough to really get into it.
The fix is on. Okay.
I mean, Metro is a beautiful game too, but this game is like, wow. Like, I can't stop staring at it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is... once again, I'm having a lot of fun just riding this horse, around. I think this takeaway is I need to get back to riding horses.
The horse is okay so far.
It made me miss. I've confirmation that the horse is gonna be okay.
Oh, good.
From someone that finished it.
Oh, good. Okay.
So Sean, our friend Sean.
Perfect. Good.
I was asking him, like, before I go further in this game, I need you to tell me, because if the horse, something happens to her, I'm not playing this game.
You're gonna stop.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
He assured me the horse is fine.
Oh, good.
Anyways, so we were talking about Assassin's Creed and a bit of the clunkiness in storytelling and world building.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of that. Complete opposite, where like it is such a subtle, beautiful way that they're telling you the story. And actually, it was really interesting because the main character, I can see a bit of like Samus in the personality and sort of the characterization. She does talk.
Yeah.
It is pretty like, it's not like she's always chattering away like a chatterbox, but she does have this like stoic personality. She's like a woman on a mission. Obviously, she's got some very serious things that she needs to do and needs to, to like help fix her life, basically. But you do get this very subtle storytelling with like a little bit of flashback. You get a little bit of like, obviously she's talking to the people around her a little bit, but maintains this very like stoic kind of almost like she's like this mysterious figure. People see her in the world and they're like, oh, you're the wanted, the person that is wanted, that's supposed to be like really crazy. We have to kill you. And of course no one can kill her because she's an amazing warrior and stuff like that. So she does have like some Samus things, and I was like, this is how you should have told that story for Metroid Prime 4. Like, take a note.
They needed more time.
From Ghost of Yotei, because the way that they're telling that story is so good. Where like, yeah, she feels mysterious still, she feels very powerful still, but you're like getting these little breadcrumbs about, who this character is and the world that she's in. Also the setting, I think you asked me about the setting before, it's supposed to be like at the foothills of Mount Yotei or whatever, like in Hiroshima? No, it's in
Hokkaido.
Hokkaido, that's what I meant. Hokkaido. And I was like, and when I first was playing, I was like, it didn't look that different from other Japan games. But now it's looking pretty different.
Is it snowing?
It's snowing.
Okay.
I went to a very
Did you climb the top of the mountain?
I did climb at the top of the mountain.
Is there anything up there?
Treacherous. Yes. But
Trophy?
I don't
Get a trophy for climbing?
Spoil it.
Oh.
There's some stuff happening
All
there.
right.
But it is like a very interesting landscape. And you also get introduced to some of the regional people. And it's different. It's very different than like the people that you would see in like Kyoto or whatever. So there is like, there's characters and regional stuff that they're doing that is very different than some of these more like, popular Japanese cities that maybe you know a lot about already or you've been multiple times. So like it does feel there is like that sense of it as well. So
Okay.
I really like it so far.
Nice.
There's some of the stuff is a little pretentious. Like let me just have to draw the calligraphy and stuff like that.
How do you do that?
Use the touchpad.
Oh.
Or like you can they try to make you do a lot with the DualSense motion stuff. Like I'm like cooking a fish, with a DualSense controller. I mean it's cute, but some of it you can skip most of that stuff. But some of it is a little like, okay, you're taking this like maybe a step too far. Like I'm gonna read you this I'm gonna sing you this poem while you ride up the snowy mountains. Like all right, I see what you're doing here.
All right.
I see what you're doing here. It's very good though.
Yeah.
I really like it so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm like 8 hours in. So
Okay, still early.
still early,
Sure.
but still very much enjoying it.
Good.
Yeah.
I started Death Stranding 2 because you bullied me last week about it.
It's a great game.
I had no choice. But again, I did say I was going to check out all these games that I got on Black Friday sale. So
Yes.
now I've done that.
Yes, and
Take that.
are you still playing it?
Yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
about 6 hours in so far.
And you played Death Stranding 1.
Yeah, so I did play Death Stranding
Did
1.
you beat Death Stranding 1?
No.
You did not
I
beat
had
Death
some issues with Death Stranding 1.
Okay.
With how deep it went into Kojima nonsense and long cutscenes and characters that made no sense and characters that looked ridiculous.
That some ridiculous characters
that
here
were
too.
that were trying to be in this very like realistic, grounded world. So I was like, all right. But I was intrigued by the gameplay of this very.
Do you like that puppet, that little puppet?
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've seen it in the trailers. This game is very different.
Okay.
Very different. And I would compare this, like, if you're looking at, like, comparing it to Metal Gear games, I would say that this is more like Metal Gear Solid 5, which most people agree is one of the better Metal Gear Solid games. But it was one, that was around the time where things were getting iffy with Konami, and it's like, maybe you didn't have as much budget as he did before, like, he had to make the most out of the least, and he has really, like, tamped down on, I think, his creative impulses to overdo things. Is it feels much more like straightforward in the way that it is having you do things and the way that it's delivering information. There are some things where it feels like so you go to these restrooms in between missions and you're just like, it's like a hotel room basically.
Yeah.
It's like, I imagine in the past he would have made you can walk around and you can interact with all these things. And now it's like it's literally just a menu of like, take a shower, go to the armory and mess around with some weapons. Mm-hmm. Like that's an example of something where it's like in the past, like he could have gone really like over the top and like made it this elaborate thing. But now it's like literally just a menu. Like there is no long cutscene to start the game. You kind of just like start playing.
You can watch the little recap.
I did that.
Yeah, that's like a 10-minute recap.
They didn't really tell you exactly what happened at the end. Like they kind of take you along the story and kind of tell you
I watched the story video after I finished.
the big picture stuff.
Yeah.
I decided I didn't need to know.
The
I just
story
started
of this one
playing.
is pretty contained though.
I just started playing. Yeah.
Because it's all about Lou,
Right.
which is the little baby.
Yes, the baby.
In the beginning.
Right.
And you just kind of follow that story track. Like all things revolve around that main center point,
Right.
So that's fine.
Right, but the gameplay is still very similar. You're doing these deliveries,
Yes.
and it's very like I'm sure a lot of people are like, wait, that's it? That's all there is?
It's like a walking game.
And I do appreciate like that. One of the biggest game developers out there can have this idea that is so like not mainstream in any way, and be like, no, this is the thing that I'm going to get behind.
I love the gameplay
for 10 years. And there is occasionally combat.
You can avoid pretty much
You
all.
can avoid it.
There's like a couple of boss fights where they force you.
I don't think the fighting is like the game at its best.
Yeah.
So I don't really like I actually don't
You don't
really
seek it out,
look
right?
forward to those.
Yeah, I never seek those out. They have that little beep 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 that like would chirp at you
Yeah.
when you see those like scary things.
Yeah.
I would just run away.
I did the first boss, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not sure I really am into this boss situation
They
here.
have like 3 bosses all game.
Yeah, so it really is about like that experience of traversing and
Yes.
charting a path and doing all of that. I'm very glad that I chose this as my Vista game of the
Isn't it
year
beautiful?
before I played it. I
know.
feel vindicated.
It's beautiful,
Because
right?
it absolutely is. Really breathtaking views, and the game kind of like builds up to some views. Like it has
Yeah.
some moments where it will like pull out at certain times while you're
Yes.
still walking, and it's like, oh, this looks amazing.
Yeah, and then the music is so good when
Yeah.
you start to get like the music coupled
Yeah,
with the views
yeah.
and the lighting and everything. Later on, you'll have to do a lot of climbing,
Oh, cool.
which was really fun, but
Yeah.
also was like so like high stakes
Great.
because like one wrong move, you just
Yeah,
garage
The
sale
game-
all your stuff.
The game can be pretty punishing. Like I
It's
was
so
telling you,
bad.
I was trying to cross a river, which can be treacherous.
Yes, you put the ladder
And
down.
sometimes you put a ladder, but sometimes if it's not that deep, you can just kind of
you
go.
can see that if you like do the little like view, you can
Oh,
see
I should
how
have done
deep
that.
it is
Because
it's like red, yellow.
There was
blue,
one
or
where I was like, oh, no problem, I can do this. And I got swept away in the rapids, and
No.
all my stuff just came off of my
Sam!
backpack and just went down the river, and I'm just like, ugh. And I was like, oh, this is like, how am I going to pick up the pieces from here? I literally had to like run down the river where they had gotten stuck on a rock and pick
And then
them
you had
all
to
up.
probably like repair all of them too because they were all damaged.
Yeah, so
It's really brutal.
the game is kind of
like
punishing.
the acid rain comes down, you're like, I gotta get into like shelter.
Right, or there was one thing where I got
Yeah.
I got in a fight and I died, and there's like, all right, they have ditched your body far away, and now they've stolen all your things, and they have it in this locker
Yeah.
in their base, and
It's crazy.
you had to sneak in and get it back. I was like, this is kind of intense. Like, what
Yeah.
if I couldn't do this?
I know.
I don't know.
I know. I fell off the mountain. It
yeah.
was like an icy mountain, and I only had enough like rope and spikes for like 3/4 of the
Yeah.
way, and I was like, I can make it down.
I did just
could not
get
make it down.
a vehicle, like a little
Oh, yeah.
a little motorcycle
There's
thing.
more different kinds that you get later. You get like
Yeah.
the off. They don't go very fast.
That was, I mean, I appreciated having something.
But
Because
sometimes you needed to transport the big things.
okay, yeah, I think it's a cool option to have.
Did you get the exoskeleton yet?
No, not yet.
That's good. That like changes everything.
Good,
And
good.
the little skateboard thing.
Okay.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 6 hours in. Did I tell you?
And I like it how everybody else leaves like helpful things for you along the way.
Yeah.
Like if you just
Yeah.
have it that you're online.
I'm
on
still
or
looking for
whatever.
something that you left for me. Haven't
I
found
don't
it.
think I left it. I built a bridge and
Oh,
various. I
good.
built a couple bridges.
Great.
You might see my name.
Good.
Donate to my bridge.
Yeah, I don't know how they decide which of those you see, because along the world, other players who have played the game can leave
I think it's cool.
structures and things to help
help
you
you,
out.
yeah.
Like I found like a charging station for
Yes.
my bike, and I stopped and charged for a little bit, and I
Exactly.
gave the person a thumbs up, and
Yeah.
I went on my way. But I don't know how the game surfaces. Since we're friends, I'm sure it would prioritize anything.
maybe you'll
I don't
come
know.
across my bridge
I'll
one
let you know
day.
if I see it.
If you see my bridge, let me know.
I am curious about like the whole tone of the game is it's like pretty subdued. Like it's kind of like a quiet game. It's
Very
like very
quiet.
contemplative.
Yes.
But there are some moments, like there was like a big moment where it's like, oh, okay, we're going back. Like you left the baby with this lady, this like babysitter, basically. But you get this alert. It's like, oh no, your house is being raided, and the guy. Like they have these photorealistic models of Norman Reedus
Yeah.
and these other actors, and they have their voices and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's actually him. But then like the delivery of some of these lines was very flat. He was like, oh no, they're in danger. I better get back. It's like, your baby's being raided in this house, and you're just like, and you're going on this bike that's going like 3 miles an hour. And then I don't know if this was supposed to happen. And like I stopped and I got the cutscene with the red ninja guy that popped up along the way. I was like,
Yeah.
should this be happening now?
yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, like it felt like they could have built that up to be this big dramatic moment
Yeah.
of like tension of like, oh my gosh, I have to get up like flooring it.
I was very concerned about the baby.
But I don't know, the way that it was delivered, I was like, oh, maybe a miss for Kojima on the storytelling
really?
side here.
I did not feel that at all.
He didn't seem to have any sense of urgency at all to
Really?
get back. I mean, the character itself, he was like, oh, what?
No, I feel like he really cared about that baby a lot, like in the game.
All right. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, you get a sense for that, but in that moment where you're trying to get back, where it seems like they're in danger, like
Did you get back yet?
He could kind of, yeah, I did all that. He could kind of take it or leave it.
That was crazy.
So don't want to spoil what happens.
That's a crazy scene. I was like very traumatized.
I think that was in one of the big TGA trailers, though. I
couldn't believe that happened.
I think a large majority of that was in one of the TGA trailers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lou.
But I'm going to continue to play this. I like it a lot so far. Definitely, I like it a lot more than the first one.
Okay.
Just because of how focused it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, it's so good. I love this game.
And then lastly, we both played a bit of Despelote.
We did.
Which is not a super long. Did you finish this?
No.
I didn't finish it either.
I played about an hour though.
I just wanted to get a taste of it.
I think it's only like 2 hours.
I just wanted to get a taste because so many people had said like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah, really interesting presentation of a subject matter that I'm not.
You may not care about it.
I don't think I care about this, but I also don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I really don't know much about the, soccer scene in South America or whatever.
Right,
so, but it's a really interesting way of presenting the game.
Yeah, he plays this kid who's Ecuador. Is it? Is that where you are?
Yes.
Let's hope it's Ecuador because that's what we're saying. And you kind of, he's obsessed with soccer. He loves soccer, and you kind of go through his life growing up through the perspective of him as just like this soccer crazed kid. And there's a lot of like slice of life things where you're like in the back of the car where your parents are like chatting about something. Yeah. But there's always this like undercurrent of like the love of soccer. So a lot of times it's like, oh my gosh, can we get to the World Cup? If we can beat Argentina, we can get to the World Cup. And all these things are happening. And like you'll be running around and there'll be like a game on a TV.
But it's like an old TV.
Yeah, and you like you just like stop. You can just like stop and watch it for a while.
Yeah.
So it's
very nostalgic too. The way that they whether they're presenting the graphics is like a very. It looks kind of like lo-fi 90s.
Right, it's like the fuzziness of a memory.
The fuzziness, yes,
that you would
exactly.
Have. Yeah, the look of it. I don't know how they're doing this because it's first person. It's properly 3D. But it looks like they've just attached photographs. Like the textures look like photographs.
Looks like actual photographs.
And everything has this filter of fuzz to it.
Right.
So it's a little dreamlike, but I'm like, I don't really know what is happening here to create this effect.
It does feel like you're looking at, like an old like VHS tape of your life almost, or like moments in your life. And there's like the little like in the beginning you do a little gameplay with a little soccer, like kicking the soccer ball and stuff like that.
So that's what I'm going to say is like you might be thinking like, oh, this is a walking simulator, or this is like some story based like they did create
a game,
a very effective first person soccer
game
mechanic where you're running around and you pull one stick back and you move forward to kick the ball, and you can do a little bit to pass it. I was like, you could actually make a full proper first person soccer game out of this that would be pretty good. So
it's actually pretty good.
I have to give them a lot of props. And I was like watching, like when you're running around, like the dribbling of the ball is a hard thing to recreate because it's like, it's not like stuck to your foot. Like when you dribble it, it has
still movement.
It's moving in an unpredictable way. I was like, this is pretty advanced, this system that they've made for the soccer here. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's like the details are pretty like incredible. Yeah. This is a great game. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is on Switch. It is very short. I will say potential motion sickness.
You can turn that down, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I told you I was playing it with those AR glasses first, but then I just went into handheld mode, and even then I was like, I'm not usually susceptible to that, but I was like, oh, there might be...
It's the fuzziness of the graphics.
There might be something
I think it's making you feel funny.
All right, good to know if you can kind of turn that down a little bit. So, wow. A lot of games we have been playing, and we shall continue to play. We're almost ready to get into our big segment talking about the 2026 games that the Switch 2 needs. But first, let's shout out another sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Raycon. Holidays are over. It is the right time to upgrade your gear for the new year.
Fitness.
Yes.
Again, we are fat.
The theme of this episode. We are gourmands.
We are
past our prime.
I need to get rid of some of this cheese weight. So I've been at the gym. I've been using my Raycon. I've been using these over the ear, these open earbuds.
Yes, the essential open earbuds.
So it's really interesting. So I'm trying to show you my ear, but it kind of like hooks onto your ear, and it just sits on the outside. So you're not
Right.
sticking anything into your ear hole, you see.
Yes.
And that's nice because sometimes, especially if you're like out running around, like, you know, out walking or running, you kind of want to be aware of your surroundings. I live in the city, so I don't want to get like run over by a car or something like that if I'm really, you know, I can't hear anything
Right.
because the stuff is in my ear, it's like in my ear. So these are really nice. They don't block everything out, but they still have really good audio. And it's very light and very comfortable to wear, which is what's most important when you're, you know, wearing them for long periods of time or wearing them at the gym. Like they're not like, you know, you're not doing an exercise and they're like falling out of your ear or whatever.
That's the worst.
So-
Like when you're like the gym's a good example. Like you might have people around you who might occasionally talk to you, and you don't be
Yeah.
like, huh, what? And then you put it back, huh, you get annoyed at them talking to you. It's,
Yeah,
it's like this way. It's like you
exactly.
can hear both.
Yes.
And the audio quality is still very good, but you're
Exactly.
not so blocked out from what is happening around you.
Yeah.
This is I didn't even know of this type of earbud.
A lot of my friends
Before we got this, I was like,
prefer this.
You saw me when I was like, what is this?
I know. A lot of my friends, a lot of my girlfriends prefer this because they're like, I need to be aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
If I'm walking around, you know, you
Yeah.
don't want something to happen
Right.
and be taken by surprise.
Right, right.
These are actually safer to wear, like when you're out and about.
Yeah, and like all of the Raycon earbuds, great battery life.
Yes.
8 hours of playtime, 36 hours of battery with the charging case. Love that.
Yes.
The Essential Open earbuds are here to help you crush your New Year's goals. Go to buyraycon.com/Kit and Krysta Open to get 20% off site-wide. Thanks, Raycon, for sponsoring.
And we'll put the link right over here with a QR code for you to scan and in the description below.
Let's have a light dusting of some more questions from Patreon
boy.
here. What are your early predictions for Game of the Year 2026, and why is it Farming Simulator 27?
Boy, I wish it was. I wish it was. Gosh.
Well,
Well.
you already made a prediction.
For my personal,
Oh, your personal game.
yeah,
of the
my
year.
personal
Okay.
game of the year, I feel like it's going to be Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. But I think early predictions for like nominations or whatever for 2026.
GTA.
No, I was going to say Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, that's got to be very high
Yeah.
on the list. I am curious about Grand Theft Auto because we've talked about how like there are some franchises that, you know, Zelda, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, that like they were just shoo-in like 10 out of 10 games, like whether like in the
Metroid?
with the hindsight of time. Well, those older games actually were. With the hindsight of time, like, well, you know, maybe Twilight Princess isn't actually a 10 out of 10.
Oh, well, I would disagree.
Maybe Skyward Sword isn't actually a 10 out of 10. And now a lot of that doesn't happen anymore. A lot of these games do get judged much more accurately
That's
for
true.
what they are. I wonder if GTA 6, like the mystique around it, is going to carry on, and it's just like, perfect game, oh my god, they did it, redefined gaming, 10 out of 10, sweeping GOTY, and then we have to wait like 3 years for the actual discussion of like what
Wait a
are
second.
the
Yeah.
actual critical points of this game.
Is there going to be rose-colored glasses?
Right.
Just
In
based
a-
on franchise name alone.
And hype.
And hype.
In a way that we really don't get.
Yeah,
these
that's
days.
when you have to. That's what happens when you like basically divide yourself from reality.
Right.
Because you're just so hyped. You've waited so long. You're just like looking at it through a very different lens than reality. The other side of it too, a hard lesson that I think we all learned is like, just because the previous games were amazing, it doesn't automatically guarantee you that
Yeah.
the sequel is going to be amazing. And I think a lot of people set themselves up for disappointment because they're like, well, it needs to live up to this impossible standard. And it may never, because it's like you played that game existed in a specific time and place where people were looking at games and playing games differently. Like the world has changed, so you can't judge it by the same bar anymore.
Yeah.
So that's a very real challenge for GTA 6. It's like, it's been kind of a long time.
Yeah.
And these things have changed. Things have moved forward. Things have gone, things are now not as popular, or they feel antiquated now. So it's like, well, can it live up to those things? That game just unfortunately has a lot of pre-baggage like attached to it. So I don't know, but I mean, obviously it could be a GOTY contender.
That thing that I was saying, the rose-colored glasses, I actually don't think that'll happen because even if it does get great reviews and the majority of people like it, never been a better time to be a contrarian online.
Oh my gosh, totally.
And there will be a cottage industry of like we are the haters of this game.
Yeah.
Whether we actually hate it or not, like
Yeah.
this is our angle on it.
Rage bait on
Right,
this very popular game.
We're not going to shut up until we shout at you about how much this
Yeah.
game actually sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's definitely going to. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the game of the year is something we don't even know about yet.
Might be.
Yeah.
Something that will surprise us.
That's what I think.
I think that the best are the surprising games where you don't know and then you play it, like what happened with Clair Obscura, you know, like no one knew and it was a complete like surprise to everyone and then everyone just kind of fell in love with this game.
Yeah,
right?
going through these Switch 2 games coming up, I don't think it's any of those. Let me tell you that much. Furlio, before we get to that, what are some dormant video game genres that deserve to make a comeback?
Genres? DDR.
Not even the one and only, the creator of the genre, the one inhabitor of this genre.
We need DDR back.
Yeah, what did happen to DDR?
Well, now we have VR games that kind of do
but
this.
You're not
on
moving
a
your
pad.
feet.
You're not on a pad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of those like Beat Saber games, you're kind
your
of
feet though.
You're kind of like stepping, but it doesn't really. It's not the gameplay. Is not like stepping.
No.
I would love DDR back. That's fun. The Mario DDR, that was fun.
It must have
really
fallen off.
fun.
It must have fallen off a cliff because even when I worked at Konami and they were shipping multiple versions of DDR a year, it was still like selling really good.
Yes.
So something must have happened. Like the market must have fallen through in some way. But it feels like it's time to come back. Is it still like arcades? Like do they?
I think arcades still have it.
Do they still have it? You gotta grab
you
that
see
bar
people,
because you're
like, doing
doing so many
stuff.
crazy things.
I loved watching people that knew how to do that. That was so fun.
Seems like it's really poised to make a comeback.
And people want fitness.
Yeah.
Like we want new ways to be healthy and move around.
Right.
Like that's why Ring Fit was so popular and like some of these other fitness games. Like people are playing those VR games like Beat Saber and some of these other games. Or like Synth Riders, the game that we were playing.
Yeah.
Like some people are playing those VR games for exercise.
Absolutely.
So bring this back.
The genre that I've actually been curious about making a video on this, but I don't think enough care to make it worthwhile.
Oh no.
But video game pinball, like we've been talking a lot about Metroid Prime pinball and what a curiosity that. I'm not talking about like really realistic pinball games; those still exist. But I'm talking about like Mario pinball, Pac-Man pinball, Metroid Prime pinball, where it's like we have Pokemon pinball.
Yeah, video game eyes.
We have video game eyes. The idea of pinball.
Yeah.
And we've actually taken pinball beyond what it's capable of being in the physical, corporeal world.
Yes.
And that was something where, especially on handheld, there were so many. It was like take any franchise. I have House of the Dead pinball.
Yes.
I don't like real life pinball.
But
video game pinball, like you can do some really fun stuff with. And this is a genre that has just disappeared and no longer exists. And I think it's one of those things where there's no proper place to put it now. We don't have low-priced handhelds.
I was gonna say like there's that market is gone of low-price mid-tier handhelds.
But I don't see why can't it be a $10 eShop game? I don't know. Like
I think the interest is still there.
If you make another Pac-Man pinball game for $10,
I definitely buy it.
Absolutely buy it.
Exactly.
So that's another one where it's like maybe there are some indicators that there's less interest in this, but I think you've maybe misread things if you're just completely pulling the plug on this entire genre.
Totally.
And I do think that's a fun retrospective. I don't know if it's probably somebody it's already out there of like these are the best versions or these are the most interesting video game pinball games and what the heck happened.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Fell off a cliff.
What the heck happened? All right. It's finally time for our big segment looking at the Switch 2 lineup and where the heck are the big games. So earlier this week we did a video going through all of the confirmed games with release dates
through
for
March.
Q1.
Yeah, Q1.
Yes, through the end of March. And there's so many games. There's like 20-something games that we're like, I kind of want to try out the majority of these.
Yeah, you can't do that, but there are a lot of games.
Right. So, Animal Crossing's coming out, Final Fantasy VII, Dispatch is a big one. There's a demo for Final Fantasy VII or Dragon Quest Reimagined.
Dragon Quest Reimagined. I should play
Are you
the
going to
demo.
check that out?
I think I should do that because
That got announced right after we recorded that video.
I can't wait. I should try the demo. Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed.
Oh.
Yakuza Kiwami 3 with Dark Tides, Mario Tennis Fever, Resident Evil, of course, Pokopia, Monster Hunter Stories. And then there's a couple games like Tomodachi Life and Mario Wonder Switch 2 Edition that don't have dates, that we don't think are coming out in this Q1, but remain to be seen. So, you know, we posed this question early to our Patreon subscribers of like, hey, which of these games are you interested in? And we got this response from B-Lam that kind of stopped and made us think and said, none of these make me want to go out and buy a Switch 2. So it is a really interesting point of, all right, you have a lot of games, but if you are that person who doesn't yet have a Switch 2, is there anything here that's getting you over the edge? If you already chose to sit out 2025 that had Donkey Kong and Mario Kart and
Metroid 4,
that Pokemon and that Metroid, all of that, like what here is changing your situation?
Yeah.
And Nintendo's going into this more challenging time where they do those initial like super early adopters, like you've probably run through all of those.
They might have some residual because of the stock situation in Japan. But soon,
in Japan, yes.
Soon you will run through those like super fans that were gonna buy it no matter what. That, you know, regardless if their favorite game was on a Switch 2 yet or announced for a Switch 2, they were just interested in upgrading to the next generation. But soon you will have to get the next batch of people in, and this is a really important and good question to be asking in this time frame for the Switch 2 life. Is like, now that it's through its first holiday, you're into the first full year of the system being, you know, available in the market. You're still transitioning people out of Switch 1 a little bit, but you know, you do need to get some system sellers, as they say, out so the interest can remain high, you know, on the system overall. So
yeah, and then what's the next game that you can put into a hardware bundle?
Yes,
and
exactly.
That, oh my
That's
gosh,
a great question.
I can get the system and that game in one go, and I can save $10 or something on it. Like as I look at this list, there's kind of nothing here that's really getting me there.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
Yeah, and they did announce that they are stopping the Mario Kart bundle.
Right.
So, which leads us to the open question of like, what bundle is next? Because that is their strategy, is that they're going to replace it with something else.
I'm sure the Pokemon ZA bundle is not going to continue as long as the Mario Kart bundle
I don't think so either. I think that was like a holiday thing.
And I think the bundle strategy is good. I think it's something that they want to continue and should continue to have out there as an option for people who want that convenience and want to save that extra bit of money. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at this list, I'm just not seeing anything there. So last week we made this point of, hey, these are all these games that Nintendo has already announced for 2026. And some of them have dates and some of them don't, but they're confirmed for 2026.
Yeah, there was like 9 things.
There were 9 games.
Yeah.
And, going by the rule of thumb that like, while they would like to have a game a month, it's like, wait, there's only 3 spots left. And
then also going by the rule that because we're in the just enough generation, it's likely they would not go more than 1 game a month.
Probably
because
not.
They're trying to, again, extend as long as possible the life. So they wouldn't say like, ha ha ha, we're holding back 9 more games for 2026 that we haven't announced yet. They probably, don't discount anything. I mean, anything's possible, obviously, but likely they would be keeping with the pace now, where it's like maybe a game a month, maybe a Switch 2 edition of an older game, if there's 2 things a month.
Yeah. So, it's an interesting question of, how do they maintain hype through the year if there maybe are not that many announcements to be had?
Yes.
How do they get people at stores to get over the hump and buy the thing?
Yeah.
The good news is, one of those 3 games is going to be Pokemon Gen 10, which is a bona fide...
That's a system seller.
Apex level system seller.
Yeah, that's a system seller.
So
but you probably got to wait till November for that one.
That's not coming out in the first half of the year. That's not coming out till the end of the year.
That's not going to be until the end of the year.
So, what are the prospects for anything before then that can really be like a major
Would you say
excitement?
Fire Emblem is a system seller? I would say no, even though I'm a huge fan.
I mean, everything is a system seller for somebody.
But
not
on a mass scale.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No, I don't. And, you know.
That's kind of the next, I ask because that's kind of the next, like, bigger game from Nintendo, first party.
Yeah.
Out of the list, I mean, if you rank the things that are available.
So we should say Tomodachi Life in Japan could be a system seller.
Yeah.
Probably not here. Well, Europe. You never know. This
Europe,
is one of those games that like Europe would
likes
clean
this
up
game.
on and NOA would get yelled at.
Yeah, for being like the last, the lowest performing
Right.
territory.
It's totally.
Yeah, that's true. That's
right.
They would outsell us.
So
on
I guess
Tomodachi
we're
Life.
very focused on the U.S. market, but definitely in Japan, maybe in Europe, and, you know, there's potential for that there.
But that's a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 game, yes? They announced it for Switch 1, actually.
Well, we had that announcement, or there was a trailer in the last Direct that had literally no new information. So we continue to need an update.
Because that's another challenge that they have as well.
We greatly need an update on this game.
Because if it's a system seller, it would have to be a Switch 2 exclusive.
Right.
Because if you have it on Switch 1, people may not be upgrading. They might just want to play it on their Switch 1.
Right.
So
it's just like this Animal Crossing edition. It's like the 3.0 update is free and it's for everything.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want the sharper graphics, people can upgrade, but you don't have to. There's no reason.
You don't have to.
There's absolutely no reason.
That's what I keep hearing, and this is very anecdotal and not based on mass data, but like I do have a few like friends that are gigantic, lifelong Nintendo fans that have not bought a Switch 2 yet. And I keep asking them, like, why not? And they're like, I'm just happy playing on my Switch 1 still. Like,
all right.
Hades 2, they play that on their Switch 1.
Yeah.
Some of these games, again, like Animal Crossing, like, it's available on your Switch 1. And it still runs, like, pretty okay. Like, it's not that big of it's nice. It's very, like, quality of life nice.
Right.
But it's not like unplayable.
Not at all.
On your Switch 1. And like Hades 2 was a game that was completely playable on people's Switch 1s.
For sure.
So I don't know. That's another thing that they have to, this transition that's still ongoing makes it challenging to like pinpoint a game that may be your system seller, especially if a lot of these games are on a Switch.
As I look at this list, I see a lot of things that are really nice to have if you already have a Switch 2.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, Final Fantasy VII Remake, finally, we're getting that on a Nintendo.
Dispatch,
like
so cool.
Some great RPGs, like yes, a new Dragon Quest, can't wait to cuddle up around the fire. Like, oh, finally Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil, that one, that's a maybe, I guess.
But it's multi-platform, so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I think this Resident Evil is really like, if you like Resident Evil, you just now have a choice. But I'm not sure it's going to be like, oh, finally Resident Evil is on Switch 2. Now is my motivation to buy a Switch 2. I don't think that would be somebody's thought process.
If you're a Resident Evil fan,
you're not waiting for it to come on Switch 2.
You're probably not buying a Switch 2 to play it on that platform.
Yeah, if you're a Resident Evil fan, you're probably playing on PS5.
Probably a different situation. So the franchises that keep coming up, 3D Mario, Smash Brothers, Zelda, Animal Crossing's already on this list. But
yes, but new
Animal Crossing.
New Animal Crossing.
Like these are the games that keep coming up.
Yeah, these are the quote system sellers.
Of like, what's it going to take to get you to buy a Switch 2?
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
Well, I think these games are pretty far off.
I just don't know that that's happening this year. Like,
yeah.
Thank goodness there's Pokemon. Let's go back to that quote from Mr. Aonuma at the top of the show.
Oh, back to that?
Let's go back to that, where he said,
scroll.
Which one was it? The Age of Calamity, and again, this quote, darn it, Age of Imprisonment will be the first Zelda-related title on the Switch 2. We actually wanted to be the ones to release the first one ourselves. Laughs. Angry laugh.
Or just like laugh because it's so ridiculous that it won't be happening.
Well, I mean, look, they make
time.
There's a lot of Zelda games that are constantly being made, and my prediction was an Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah.
That gets announced this year, but doesn't come out until the first part of
the
first part of next year. That's not doing them any good for this year.
No.
That doesn't answer the question of is there a Zelda game this year?
Could it possibly come out this year?
I mean, anything's possible.
Oh, there's also the new Splatoon Raiders game.
That was one of the 9. I guess again in Japan.
I was going to say, is that a system seller? I'm
Awesome.
asking you the question.
In Japan.
In Japan.
Probably not here. Probably not here. For not even a new mainline big multiplayer.
Maybe Japan just becomes their like lead region then for Switch 2.
Well, then they better give them some more systems to sell.
There you go. That's another
better
thing.
do that,
Because
yeah.
out of all the regions, that's the one that's most limited on stock.
Right.
But also, it's cheaper there. That's
Right.
the thing too. It's
Right.
cheaper there.
Right.
So they have all the things going for them. It's cheaper there. They actually have the franchises that they want, which is like a Splatoon or a Tomodachi
Everything's
Life.
coming up, Japan.
So maybe that is the answer. Maybe it's just very Japan focused for 2026 in terms of that's going to make up the sales. You know. That's going to be the systems
Tough
being
times for
sold.
NOA in the global strategy meeting. Why did you fail to meet your your commitment to headquarters?
Not my monkeys, not my
Devin
circus.
Pritchard, not Doug Bowser.
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
Did Doug Bowser know?
He was like,
Did he?
peace.
The floor is about to fall out. I'm out of here.
Like, I'm out. Peace
Did
out.
my job, broke some records, and I hit the road.
I'm done.
Looking at this, so let's look at this list of games that we know about for this. Again, this is for like the first quarter up to maybe the first half of the year.
Yeah.
Is there anything here that you think has the potential to be a breakout hit, or anything that has the potential to be kind of a dud,
Like a flop.
a bit of a flop?
I think the two flops, unfortunately, are the two first-party Nintendo games, which is Mario Tennis Fever and Pocopia. I think those two are both going to flop. Unfortunately.
I do think Mario Tennis Fever has flop written all over it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It has flop potential.
where we've just been saturated with Mario Tennis games.
The last one
This
was
one-
very mid.
This one
also looks
looks
mid.
to be more of the same. Now it's
Yeah.
$70.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not. Baby Waluigi, that's another black mark against this game.
Yes, the weird baby like main story thing where the babies are like
Yeah.
doing the thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's not a positive for anybody.
That's an automatic 1-point deduction.
Pocopia, I don't know. That one has real swing, high ceiling,
I don't think
low
the
floor.
quality's going to be there for this game. This game looks real phoned in to me.
Yeah.
It looks very like low tier in terms of development.
That's what
development effort.
That's what I think, but I'm pretty willing to admit that I could be really wrong on that.
I could be wrong. I'm always wrong.
I mean, I always have like a degree of confidence when I say something. With this one, it's like, I don't think
I
it's
watched
gonna
the
deliver,
entire
but-
trailer again yesterday
Sure.
after we made that video. I'm
Yeah.
like, let me just make sure
Yeah.
that this game is really not interesting to me because on paper, it would be a game that would interest me. But there's just something about it that's not appealing. It's like the landscape looks kind of generic. It looks like I've seen it somewhere before, but done in a very like kind of non-detailed way. Like I get the thing where you're basically like having a copy ability. You like copy
Yeah.
the Pokemon to do the things, but it's like that doesn't seem that fun, you know?
Yeah, again, all of these games, like, they mostly are what you think they are.
Exactly. It's not like it's going to be like some crazy turnabout, you know, like an Ace Attorney turnabout where you're like,
think-
oh, I was so surprised by this gameplay mechanic.
I don't think it's, like breakthrough selling millions, but like Dispatch seems to have a lot of potential. That was a very buzzy game at the
yeah.
end of last year.
I have a question about that game actually.
Yes.
Which is it, so it's one of those like episodic games?
Yeah, how are they doing it on the Switch too?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
thought
sure
you
they've
knew.
said.
All right. So are we talking about the hits now?
Yeah, I mean, either.
I think one of the potential hits is Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Okay. I would like it to be.
I think that one
I'm not sure how confident I am in that.
that one is shaping up to be really spectacular. And, you know, we did get a chance to see this game for a little bit.
All right. I mean, if you're trying to do 100 hours of Octopath Traveler 0 and then 100 hours of Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, you might be a little late to the Monster Hunter Stories 3 party.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's something about this game that's like really.
I would love for that to
It
be
does
true.
look again. It's kind
But
of
I don't
like
know.
it was kind of like the feeling that I got with Monster Hunter Wilds, where it's like, oh wow, they like pushed this forward. They like next gen this.
Bad comparison.
Well, I mean yeah, we played a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes, the multiplayer kind of fell off for us. This is a different game, but in terms of like, it feels like a next gen Monster Hunter Stories game.
Yeah.
It does really feel like a next gen Monster Hunter Stories game. You know?
But it's unfortunately a series that's never really clicked in a big way.
I think it's gonna happen.
All right.
I'm rooting for
Many
Monster
questions
Hunter
remain.
Stories 3.
Let's keep going, and we want to do some Metacritic predictions for some of these games and see kind of where we think they're going to land. And some of these are coming out real soon. So again, Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming out on the 22nd. For comparison, the original version on the PS4 got an 87. The same version that we're getting here, Remake Intergrade, that has that other additional content.
Yep.
I actually haven't played that content. I want to check that out.
That's why you can replay this.
The Yuffie,
Yuffie
side
stuff,
story. That got an
I
89.
don't really. Do you like Yuffie?
Oh, it's all right.
Okay. It's a little annoying.
What do you think this Switch 2 version will get?
Probably like around an 89. I think it'll be the same. Like I think from all intents and purposes, from what we've seen, it looks like it's running great.
It's a 5-year-old game, so you have to ask yourself, like, has this aged well over the
so.
last 5 years? I think it's aged.
I think it's aged very well.
I think it's aged very well.
I think it's very ageless, actually.
I think it's helped by the comparison with the second game,
Rebirth.
Rebirth,
yeah.
Where again that had a bit of the bloat going. This game did not.
No.
I'm going to say right in the middle. I'm going to say 88.
Yeah. I think right around 89 is but I can see it going down like a point.
Yeah.
Dispatch
is an interesting one because
this is crazy.
We have to cover this potential issue of censorship. So
Nintendo,
when
why?
the game was listed or confirmed for Switch and Switch 2, there was this. This is not the main game. This is additional content that you can buy. The art book and comics pack. And when this showed up on the eShop, the artwork that they were using was. There were some interesting differences between what is on every other platform and what is on the eShop.
Yeah, they censored like a lot of stuff.
It's a fun look at
your own, like, this is like Highlights magazine. This is again Asian.
They zipped up Razor Ramon's pants.
How dare they? How dare they zip up his pants? Unzip those pants.
I like how this one she's now wearing different bottoms, but her butt is still gleaming.
The gleam is showing through.
The gleam endures
the swimsuit
through the swimsuit.
Yeah, the one in the middle. I don't know which character that is.
We don't know these characters yet.
But her suit, how it's supposed to look, is such a cool suit because it's like a superhero. She has like a big star. They just took that out.
Gone.
She had no
and then this one, like this red lady, they just cropped the bottom of that off, and it's like, what exactly were they concerned? Oh, the drink, the mimosa. Is that what it was?
That's an iced tea.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's an iced tea.
It's Kirby and the mimosa all over again.
Definitely an iced tea. Yeah, a lot of weird issues here with the censorship.
This reminded me of my days working on mobile and Fire Emblem Heroes when we would have meetings where it's like, all right, we got the new batches of artwork in from Japan. Let's all decide what's going too far as these outfits deteriorate in battle.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
awkward.
Why are we doing this?
I know. It's so weird.
Let's zoom in on his crotch and let's determine if it's going too far.
Does it matter?
Like,
are you like the modesty police or something? You did have a lot of random artwork on your computer, though.
I don't want to do this.
From because they sent it to you. Remember they sent you like all those files? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Ironic how Nintendo is censoring this, when they have a million hentai games all over the eShop.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
I can't believe how that's allowed and this is not.
I mean, have you seen
Come on.
the trailers and the screenshots for those games? It is not any. It's way like hundreds of times worse than someone with their pants not completely.
So it remains to be seen if there's anything beyond this artwork. Like, is the game itself? Is the content of the game itself going to be different? I don't think it is. I think it's just because this is just up on like the public eShop that for whatever reason somebody clutched their pearls and was like,
stupid reason.
Oh, we can't have this.
I really need to know. I'm now very distracted.
The game itself, I did look like all the ESRB descriptors are still.
Like M, right?
It's maxed out.
Yeah.
The descriptors are maxed out.
Yeah. This is an adult game.
Yeah,
of course. I need to know about this cutie patootie with the dog.
Where's this?
Really need to know about this.
Oh, okay. Is that a dog?
Yeah. It's like a little corgi kind of
chubby. It's a chubby one. All right.
It also ate too many Christmas cookies.
Yes. So the original release on all the other platforms got an 87.
I think we don't know. They're censoring stuff. Probably not. 85.
85? Yeah, I'm going to say 86.
There's anger.
Still very close.
Yeah.
Very close to the original. And that's, again, it's the thing what we're saying. It's like these games are what we think they are. So it's not like some crazy swing.
Exactly.
Romeo is a Dead Man is the one non-Switch 2 game that we're just excited for, so we want to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to predict it. This is from Suda51. This is coming out in February. So for comparison, No More Heroes 3 got a 70. That's criminal.
That's criminal.
75 for No More Heroes 3?
That's criminal. I know this is more of a niche game, and it's a little odd. Like, it's a little weird, but it deserves way higher than a 75.
Yeah.
Great game, by the way. No More Heroes 3. This game, 82.
Oh, I'm going to say 72, actually, because there are some people who just aren't going to get it. There's going to be people who say it's shallow. There's going to be people who say it's, like, not polished. But it's like, this is what a Suda game...
This is what it is.
This is what a Suda game is.
It's art.
But I think there's a lot of people who are going to say that.
Oh, I'm going to say...
And be wrong, I should say.
They're so wrong.
And they're going to be wrong.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Next, Mario Tennis Fever. The aforementioned Mario Tennis Fever, the last game, Mario Tennis Aces, got a 75.
I think it's going to be right there. Same.
I think this one dips below 70.
Wait, below 70?
Yeah.
Oh, that is. That's brazen.
I'm gonna say 69, which will not be nice for Mario Tennis Fever.
You think Mario Tennis Fever is gonna get a 69?
We just talked about how this game's gonna be a disappointment. I think people are over this. I think people have had enough. Oh. Unless there's some big thing that we don't know about that's like, oh, I'm looking at this an entirely new way. And I don't think there is.
I guess I need to lower a point for the babies. So, 71.
Yeah, this is not going to crack 70 in my book.
Oh, no!
Next, Resident Evil Requiem. For comparison, Resident Evil 7 got an 86. Resident Evil Village got an 84. A bit lower than I thought, in hindsight, these games would get.
Requiem, what did Resident Evil 4 get, the remake?
That's in the 90s. Listen, that's one of the best games ever made.
Husband is in this game.
Well, Resident Evil 7, or excuse me, which one was it? 6 had that same kind of thing where it's like action elements versus more stealth elements, and people really didn't like that one.
Oh, who cares about that? It's not the same.
Okay.
This one, I think it's going to be high. I think it's going to be 88.
That's what I was going to say, but I need to be different, so I'm going to say 89. It's just like the price is right.
$1 more?
$1 more, yes.
88.1.
Right. No, it just feels like everybody's ready for this. Everybody's really excited for this.
Yeah.
It seems to be very high quality.
Oh my gosh, yes. This game looks incredible.
Resident Evil 7 at 86. That feels like that should be much higher in hindsight. And then Village...
No, because everyone got headaches and nosebleeds.
Village I didn't play, so I don't know.
That's why.
Now's your chance for Pokopia. It was tough to find a comparison for this because...
It's like a little Animal Crossing.
But some of the
Dragon Quest Builders is your comparison.
Yeah, the devs on this do have experience on the Dragon Quest Builders games, so I went with those. Builders 2, 86. Builders 1, 83.
72.
Okay. I'm going to say 77.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
It's generous.
It's 5 points difference.
It's generous.
It's not that big of a difference.
It's generous.
All right. And lastly, Monster Hunter Stories 3,
on the upswing.
Your potential game of the year. Monster Hunter Stories 1 got a 79. Monster Hunter Stories 2 got an 81.
This one's going to be 85.
Yeah. I think it's
It
going to be
deserves
right
an 85.
I'm
going to say,
I'm going to say 83 because for some reason people sleep on this series.
Why?
I'm going to say 83.
Play this instead of all these other games.
Play this.
Play this. Guys, seriously, what else are you guys playing in March? Forget Pokopia.
100 hours of Octopath Traveler 0 and 100 hours of Dragon Quest.
Octopath Traveler
It's that long.
You played it. You had all of December to play that.
Oh
Put that down. Don't play Pokopia. That's stupid. Yeah, that's like the only other thing in March. Do not sleep on Monster Hunter Stories 3. I'm gonna bang this drum until the day I die.
All right.
Do not sleep on Monster Hunter Stories 3. Okay. Seriously.
We should say we're not mad about this lineup at all. As people who own a Switch 2, I'm looking forward to a lot of these games.
Oh, I can't wait.
Watch that video. We're very excited.
I am playing Resident Evil Requiem on my Switch 2 as well.
If you can put down Dynasty Warriors Origins by then.
Oh, because you really want me to play.
Because you're gonna love it. Because you're gonna love it.
I can't wait to play Dispatch. I can't wait to replay Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm so excited about that. We're both going to be playing Resident Evil Requiem.
Well, all right, people can watch the video.
Now
you're just listing games.
How excited raggedy.
You're just this is when you're at your worst, when you're just listing. Dispatch, Final Fantasy,
I'm at my best
Romeo.
all the time. Because use you.
We have one more question from a Patreon subscriber, but first we're going to check out this is what some other people had to say about games they're looking forward to.
Yes, we did
before that last question.
Poll here.
Suitcase Monkey says, Final Fantasy is the only game on this list that has me excited. So far, my best Switch moments outside of Donkey Kong Bonanza has been third party, and the first half of 2026 seems to continue that.
I would not disagree.
Unless the Direct reveals more.
Oh, first Direct mention of 2026.
Did you see so...
Oh, no, I can't. Is there rumors already?
Yes.
No!
But they're silly. They're silly. Because, so, Monday night is the typical Nintendo Music release night. Oh my god. And the previous week they had said there will be no release. I think it's because of the holidays or whatever. There was no release last night either. So the conclusion was jumped to, must be a Direct coming.
What?
And again... Just like some of this Hyrule Warriors interview, I was like, I don't know how you leap from this to that. There's a lot of things in between.
You went from like A to H.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff in between.
There's a lot of
that
things.
You
I was like, oh boy.
we can't do this again. We need to stop. In 2026,
We're going to be releasing our Nintendo Direct manifesto to how to
I know, we
to
have
how
this
to
thing.
not get bamboozled by a Nintendo Direct. That's what we're going to be doing this year.
Yeah, that's our
It's our turn to say, please look forward to it.
it's our
The
like
Nintendo Direct manifesto.
we're gonna put that out into the world
Yes.
as a benefit
and
to
people
all.
will scream at you for being along.
I don't care. Scream then.
If Nintendo Music Drop doesn't happen, Nintendo Direct is definitely happening.
Oh my god, how would you get there?
Tidman says, as a big Yakuza fan, it feels weird that I can't get excited for Yakuza Kiwami 3. It could be due to all the changes the team has made from the original, or I might just be getting close to being burnt out with the aggressive release cadence of new Yakuza and Like a Dragon games over the last few years. There are plenty of other interesting games here to check out, so I don't think I'll be bored if I sit it out on release.
That's not the most greatest one.
There have been a lot of those games.
There have been a lot of those games.
They crank them out.
They're another studio where I'm like, how?
I
How?
don't know. Yeah, that's a game I'm on the fence on.
Yeah.
I'll wait and see. Lloyds13 says, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined for me. Absolutely love the 3DS version, but the game was excessively long.
Uh-oh.
So I'm looking forward to how they're going to twist the story to make it more accessible. Also, the art style looks beautiful.
Yeah,
I
the art
think it's
style
it for
does
this.
look
For they're making it less long.
Exactly.
Less
They've
tedious.
done that for these Dragon Quest remakes.
Which one are you talking about?
Like the 1 through 3, they've done some like
Oh, the HD 2D?
yeah, they've done some like quality of
Sure.
life things. You can speed things up a little bit. You know,
Sure.
it's nice.
So you're going to check out the demo for this?
I will
at
check
least?
out the demo
You'll
for
check
this.
out the demo. I will too. Okay. Last Patreon question for the episode is from Jean-Marc D. Do third-party accessory makers with Nintendo branding like Hori Power A controllers just have to pay? Or do they have to meet some standards? I have a Power A Switch Pro-style controller wired, and it didn't feel great. Why isn't Nintendo making these themselves?
Good question. So the licensing team works on these deals. The terms of these deals are probably confidential, but it is one of those things where, a lot of brands want access to Nintendo's IP, and they want to be able to put Nintendo's characters on things, and so they will be incentivized to do that. They will pay to do that. And yeah, I think it's one of those things where, it's like, I'm not sure they're looking at it all under the lens of extreme detail. Like, let's make sure every controller is just like the top quality controller before we put, allow them to get into a licensing deal with us. Like, there is a level of like, well, this is one of those things where we want our brand out there and a partner can do it for us. And Nintendo themselves, they don't have the capacity to do it themselves, so they need these partners to do these third-party things. But yes, it's not like Nintendo's out there like seeking them out. They're 100% coming to Nintendo and like kind of begging them to give them a license to use their IP.
Well, I think we can say that some of these, in terms of all the licenses, not just controllers, just all the licenses Nintendo does, sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just like, no, this is a good exchange of, your brand versus our brand and our IP getting your visibility or whatever. The formula is different for everybody. In the case of controllers, like they really don't have any incentive to like license something like an 8-bit do, because it's like now we're competing with ourselves.
Yes.
Now we're competing with our own pro controllers, which are top of the line, and like we have a lot of the high end 8-bit do ones. It's like they're a pretty good replacement for the Nintendo one.
They are more affordable.
So if you're Nintendo, there's really no reason to have them officially competing with your own offering. So I think what they've done is they've identified this kind of rung below, as Nintendo. It's like, well, we're a premium brand. Everything we make is the highest of quality. We've got that part covered. But we do recognize that there are people who might want to get in on something that's a bit more affordable, might be willing to sacrifice a little bit on the quality. So that's why they're willing to do this. And that's largely who has these licenses. And a lot of times they're wired controllers, they're not wireless.
They're not wireless,
I think the majority of them are not wireless. But they do get the great perk of, hey, if you want to put you want to put a Mario on a controller, or go ahead.
Yeah.
And that's the differentiator that they have that I think is pretty effective in terms of just like people, some kid walking through a store. It's like, hey, I want this one because it's got Mario on it, and I like Mario.
Yeah,
Then
for like that audience, you don't really need like the highest end controller too. Like some kid is not going to care, if they have like a PowerA controller or like the highest end pro controller. Like that might not be like what parents are concerned about. It's like, no, just get this one. It's not going to break, and it doesn't cost $80.
Yeah, I mean, it's something they're protective of because you don't usually think about it, but it is that this area of accessories is something where Nintendo does make a lot of money.
They do,
and can be really lucrative for it. And it's not just them. Like, I think on Xbox, if I recall, those licensed controllers cannot be wired at all. Like every licensed Xbox controller has to be a wired controller because they want to own the market on the wireless thing. So it's something that they're all getting very protective of. But yeah, I think for Nintendo, it's just like looking at like what do we need out of a partner in terms of accessories, in terms of filling a niche that we're not interested in filling ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, we made it through this unpredictable episode.
Yeah, let us know how you guys like it.
Yeah.
It's fun to have it be a little bit more, I don't know, like fun having this questions sprinkled throughout. It's nice to have
I got to keep you on your toes.
A little break.
That's what it
is. From the normal routine.
That's right. That's right. So don't forget to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/KitandKrysta, where things are happening.
Oh yeah, big things.
You'll learn more next week, but get the Metroid Prime 4 spoiler cast, get the upcoming Mario movie spoiler cast, get every week a nice bonus Q&A just dropped.
Right there for you.
Right in Patreon for you to check out and enjoy.
Join our wonderful Discord.
We are doing at the end of the month for our 1UP Club and Up subscribers a meetup in Animal Crossing.
Can't wait.
We'll be there. We'll be playing along, building out some fresh islands.
I can't wait. Yes. That's going to be fun. 1UP Club Island. Here we come.
It's going to be excellent.
We are also on the social. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
If you're watching this podcast on video on YouTube, we'd love it if you could subscribe. If you haven't already, give this episode a thumbs up and leave us a comment that we can read. If you're listening on audio, like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can also subscribe there, give the podcast a 5-star rating, and leave a written review. Every thought you've ever had about the Kit and Krysta podcast, put it right there.
Okay. Give us the thoughts.
Yes.
Let's shout out some wonderful Patreon community members, starting with Final Boss Aaron Hash. Happy New Year to Final Boss
New Year,
Aaron
same
Hash.
boss.
Same year. No, New Year, same boss. You're right. Not same year, new boss. No. Okay. Superstars. Mara Mayhem.
Eigenverse.
Mike Chin.
Roy Eschke.
BGM Life.
Link the Hero of Wins.
Angela Bycroft.
Thomas O'Rourke.
Kyle LaBeouf.
Andrew Uhas.
Chili.
Chris Shuri.
Master Discord.
Travis Torline.
Echo Ladair.
MSM Poke Gamer.
R. Burns.
Kit 10K.
Adrian.
Nathan Clover.
The Shark of My Men.
Rain Tech.
Kiss My Flapjack.
And Paul Gale Network.
Woo! And here come the 1UP Club. Aaron Burgundy.
Abdul Al-Jabouri.
Adcool 2000.
Age 1000.
Aylin Evlith.
Alejandro.
Alejandro Orisco Borrego.
Andrew Lobo.
Andy Robinson.
Angel Aid.
Anthony Kager.
Aristu,
Astrodev,
Awesome 46,
Beano,
Barnstorm,
Bates,
Berserker,
Big and Gamer with a Y,
Blake Mitchell,
Bob Clifford,
Brandon Kavapel,
Brent Dennison,
Brian Decker,
Brovac Novak,
Cashew,
Cedric Benson,
Chadir,
Chili Squirrel,
Chris Fisher,
Crispysaurus,
Christopher Lay,
Chunky Conga,
Colleen Finnegan,
Cosmic Titan 718,
Captain Alex,
Sea Ripper 17,
Cynical Squid,
Daffers,
Dogdaleo,
Dallas Gal,
Dally Dinkum,
Dachshund,
Dave Sharp,
Davy P,
Dinkum and Poppycomb,
and Doinko,
Dre,
Dr. Saturn,
Dude Dad Life,
Eccentric Tony,
Edwin Makes Games,
Elite Peach,
Espars 50,
Edwin Granny Boy,
Fairbound,
Ferdy and Jess, Forever,
Fox Deploy,
Funky Can,
Gamer Likes Anime,
Gamer Nerd 878,
Guard the Wolf,
Gartooth,
Jeremy,
Gianni,
Jin Wolf,
Guilty Phoenix 42,
H3,
Heyo Jose,
I Can Snake,
Ira Bell,
Iris Mara,
It's Your Boy J Hoff,
Ivancito,
J Rando,
Jameson Eisenberg,
James,
Jason Ball 34,
J Bar,
Jeremy Swinnen,
Jim Wakeland,
Joe Encarnacion,
Jonathan Rowe,
John Conboy,
Jordan Hemmerly,
Joris,
Joseph Gunter,
Joshua Clements,
Jujufruit,
Justin Lemminger,
J Wolf,
Kalen,
Callum CPU 57,
Kawa 2796,
Kevin Delane,
Kilo Kiba,
Kyle Gamer Barry Rookie,
Kyle 325,
Kyle Kretzer,
Kyle R. Smith,
Larry Fitzpatrick,
Lazy Cat for Coffee,
Leo Rao,
Lex,
Link 9898,
Linko,
Linton,
Louise,
Luke Hayabusa Kramer,
Luna B,
Lynn,
Macho Potato,
Mad Dog 5981,
Magnificent Easy G and Callie Marie,
Mario Man 392,
Marky Man 64,
Mary Cohen Colson,
Matt GPT,
Maverick Nate,
Megan,
May plus Leon,
Michael Mazer,
Michael O'Hara,
Michael Wong,
Mikey,
Mikey Macaroni,
Mr. Ryan 07,
Motomania,
Mr. Andy Pond,
Mr. Beans and Dip,
Mr. Bendu 101,
Mute Dog the Gamer,
My Tran,
Nasir,
Naifi,
Nigbia Reeves,
Nasuchu,
Nintendo 64,
Ninja 11,
Ninja Black Belt,
One of a Kind,
Oliver Wendt,
Omega Index Card,
Pangy,
Paper Boat,
Patrice Millette,
Peach Booty,
PokeDigiFan 20,
Prime Factor,
Prince Charmless,
Prof Clive,
Punky,
Quintet,
Rowan Quanoff,
Rob M,
Robbo,
Robbie DLC,
Romsky 113,
Rocks,
Ryan Haas,
Rhinetta,
Sage Gamer,
Salkin 20XX, oh my gosh,
Scott Seward,
Sebastiano Garase,
Sega,
Sharif Jackson,
Shinryu,
Shani Elizabeth,
Slowbro,
Shump,
Snazzle,
Stacy Poop,
Spicy Munchkin,
Star Fox Melancholy,
Stephen Rockoff,
Stuart Radley,
Pseudo Priest,
Switching It Up underscore,
Tales of Link.
Tamer rhymes with hammer,
It doesn't! It's not Tamer!
Hammer rhymes with hammer,
Tandem,
Tay120 and 64,
TCG and 21P,
Teal Fox 64,
The Hyrule Hero,
The Kagers,
The Quiet One,
The Suro T,
Thomas Alvarez,
Three Rivers,
Token 777,
Tom Shink,
Torcheeks,
Totally Joette,
Todamaro,
Trajowie,
Trevor Collins,
Tugs Puppy Bear,
Tusku,
Tyler Geis,
Victor and K,
Vish Victor,
Vinny to the K,
Viridian,
Virtual Bot,
Waffles,
WG Grizzy,
Wicked Davy,
Zachary S,
Zelgara,
Zapati.
Zero Link.
That's all right.
I am so sorry to all the new people. I butchered your name.
Every time there's a new person.
There's so many new people
There
this
have
week.
been a lot of new people coming in. We'd love to see it.
We love to see it,
Yes.
but I'm so sorry. Please tell me your name and how to pronounce it in the Discord.
We
if you're
could
there.
just read it, but okay.
I can't do it. There was a really hard one earlier, and I was like, oh no.
Ay, ay, ay.
Wow. Okay. 2026, off to a great start. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll see you later. Bye.